Hello everybody, some of you know me as the Crafting God, but my real name is Leo Adberg, and I spoke on a panel at Minecon 2012. The name of the panel was Minecraft and Education, but sadly it was the only panel now recorded due to camera problems. Luckily, my dad recorded some of the panel, so that is what I'm going to show you today. Before I start the video, I'd like to make some points. 1. Because my dad was the cameraman, most of the other panel members' talks were not recorded. I did include all the recordings I have though. 2. I, and probably everyone from North America, was operating on less than 4 hours of sleep, so please forgive any fatigue from us. 3. From left to right, the panel members are Heidi Ost, me, Stephen Reed, Marnik Slick, and Joel Levin.
Asked to delay a little bit while people made it back over from the main stage, so especially thank you for those of you who are here right on time or early and have been waiting patiently. My name is Joel Levin. I'm online. I'm often called the Minecraft teacher, and I myself have been using Minecraft in school for almost 2 years now. And I've also been working with Mojang a little bit to kind of further that initiative and get Minecraft into more and more schools. But you know, I really do not want to be the focus of today, because we have some other very fascinating people here who are going to talk about what they are doing in and around education with Minecraft and maybe other games in general. Now, I was just going to shout and be loud, but I'm realizing you guys probably need us to be on the mic to record the audio. Is that correct?
That's okay.
Okay, you actually, okay. All right. If you ever can't hear us, just start waving in the back, and we'll start passing the mic around. So I'm actually just going to go down and have people. Why don't you each introduce yourself and just give a couple sentences about what you do and why you're up here on stage today. So Marnix, why don't you start?
Okay. Well, my name is Marnik Slick. I also go by the name Cube Hamster on YouTube. I do redstone videos. That's sort of a hobby for me, and besides that I work as a science teacher, as a middle school science teacher. I teach chemistry, physics, and also a bit about logic stuff. And the people next to me are probably more advanced in implementing Minecraft in education, whereas I am still in more of the planning phase, and I've got a lot of ideas I want to implement, mainly involving redstone and logic circuits in education, but also doing it on a broader scale, so international. My school is bilingual, so they also teach physics and English, and being able to collaborate.
What are the people on this side of the room? Why don't you come in a little more? There's some people just looking from the door. If anyone wants to, maybe sit on the front row, there's on the floor. There's room. Thanks. Wow, this really feels like school. I'm always like, everyone, come to the back of the class, come to the front.
Behave, everyone.
Right, behave. No talking back. I see you too. All right, so Leo.
Hi, I'm Leo Adberg, and I'm a student in 9th grade currently. And when I was in 8th grade at my old school, I taught a Minecraft class, and it was a class where we had like 15 students, and I taught it with another student, and there were some teacher supervisors, and we used the Minecraft EDU mod to teach the kids how to play Minecraft at first, and then we used it to build the school in Minecraft, and then we also used it to do things like the survival games, and where students would win and that kind of stuff would happen. And also at my school, I use Minecraft to do projects like personally, not with the class. Like in Latin class, I would replicate myths. Well, I would videotape myself playing Minecraft, replicating the myths, so that, and I would sort of present that as a Minecraft.
All right, thanks. And Heidi.
My name is Heidi Forbes Usta, and
which, I mean, for those of you in, Leo is in the United States in Los Angeles, and so 9th grade is the beginning of high school. But last year in 8th grade, you ran a Minecraft course. So I'm just curious, what was it like? Was this your first time teaching a class, being in front of other students?
Yes, it was my first time, but I knew the students and the teachers pretty well, and I knew how to play Minecraft well.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a bit easy because the students knew that I was like well, I was on the same level as them, sort of, because I was a student with them, but then I was also their teacher, so they had to accept that.
Can you put out this box because it's from another room?
Yeah, maybe
I
hold the
don't know
microphone close to your
where it
face.
comes from, but it comes on here.
Yeah. Let me see if this one's long enough, because this one's definitely working.
It's working again.
But I don't know if it's quite.
He was talking and there was another.
So, what did you actually have the students do?
So, when we first started the class, we built the school in Minecraft with one block is 1 foot, and the students weren't a bit happy because they couldn't walk around in it like they could in the school because they were only 2 feet tall in Minecraft. But when it ended up, you could actually tell like what room you were in Minecraft if you were at the school, and it was pretty nice. So that was, I would say, the most academic portion of the class. It wasn't because it wasn't that academic. We did use Minecraft EDU, but the rest of the class, we did a race for the wool competition. I don't know who made the map exactly, but it was, oh yeah, Vex, sorry. There were 2 teams, and we split the class up into groups, and the teams were equally balanced in that most of them had people that had never played Minecraft before, and then some people had, and we had to just split those people up. But I had to teach one team how to play Minecraft and what Minecraft was, and like the difference between transparent blocks and solid blocks and redstone stuff like that, so they could build TNT cannons. And yeah, it was more a learning experience about Minecraft than it was learning about physics and sciences. It was really fun for all of us.
Got it. Great, thank you. So, it's interesting. You sort of said, it was easy to start teaching. These are my friends. But I often find, when a class is a little too familiar with you, they don't want it to, they're like, oh, he wants us to build this, but that's not what I want to do, and he's my friend, so I don't have to listen to him. Did you find that people were focused and into your activities?
Yes, I did find that for the most part, and there were 2 teachers that sort of supervised, and they helped keep the class going a lot, and yeah, they helped.
Okay, excellent. One last thing with you, Leo. I've heard from a number of people saying, I never considered a career as a teacher. But do you think, not necessarily for your, maybe you can talk for your own personal thoughts of the future, but just in general, do you think the idea of using more games and more 21st century technology will encourage more young people to want to go into teaching? So people know, I think this is around the world, certainly true in the United States, per capita, the number of teachers are decreasing, and the number of qualified and really good teachers are decreasing. So that's a huge problem that us as a society have to face. So just as a young person, as a student, what are your thoughts?
Well, I thought it was really interesting, by the way, that I got to teach the class and not an actual teacher at the school. And I think teaching through Minecraft made it easier, and I wouldn't have been able to teach a class just standing up there without Minecraft, because the students would pay attention to Minecraft and were interested by it. And that, I don't know, made it easier. So I think that students will have a greater chance of teaching, maybe if they have already taught with Minecraft before, because it sort of leads into it, and it does make it easier and more fun for everyone.
I think if I could just add something to that, I think that's the beauty of Minecraft.
Get it into the classroom, but because there's people, students like Leo, the role of the teacher actually changes. As he said, there was 2 teachers going around supervising, while there were students learning each other the aspects of the game. And that's what I like to see as well. Like what Joel did, he made like the platform, Minecraft Edu, where he will talk about it tomorrow, I think. And if you get that in the classroom, even though if you're a teacher, you're not fully aware of I mean, how you could use it. I mean, so you want to use it, but you're not 100% familiar with the game. You can actually let your students help and put together the curriculum. Yeah.
Home, and what did you find working best?
Well, I'll take, before I let the panel, you know, I've talked to teachers from around the world, and the answer is almost any kind of situation, be it, you know, a laptop school where the kids bring their own laptops, a computer lab, that's what I do, where every kid has his own computer, or it's sometimes just 1 or 2 computers at the front of the classroom, and children take turns. So there's, the answer is almost any environment, people are finding ways to make this game work. But if any of you want to talk about your personal experiences and what was good about it, or what were the challenges, I'd love to hear it. Leo, yeah.
So, at my school is fairly small, so each kid got their own Mac laptop that was lent by the school to them. They had to return it at the end of the school year. So they would bring those into the classroom, and we got the tech guys to help simultaneously download Minecraft EDU onto everyone's computers, and they could just open it up, and we would set up a server on the main computer in the room, and they could just start playing on there.
I think the cost is always an issue, and if you're going to give every kid a laptop, although there's a school in Scotland where every child gets an iPad when they join the school, when they take their company, it's just like. However, not everyone can do that, but I think I've used it a lot. So we've had whole.
Let's get a group of kids. Did any of them not know the game or not like the game?
Well, it was completely optional, and you sort of you applied to be in the class. There were other options for classes, like you could do dance or art or like Latin team, stuff like that. And Minecraft was one of them, and there were a lot of people there that had never played Minecraft, and I sort of had to get them going, tell them just play Minecraft, that's your homework, stuff like that. But I think most people picked it up really quickly. There were some people that just like had to have more time to pick up Minecraft, but it is just sort of really intuitive.
Great. I can add to that, to the question from the back as well. I mean, one of the things as a teacher you always have to do is you have to vary the style of teaching. So as a physics teacher, I might do a demonstration, then I
think Minecraft can be a great tool for education, even though I've never really used it for like teaching logic or physics or electricity with redstone gates and stuff like that. But I sort of encourage you to go try that, because I have messed around with redstone stuff for a long time, and I'm sort of getting like the advanced sort of mechanisms of it now. But I think that if I were to try harder and actually teach a more educational class about logic, it would be really fun. So I encourage you to try it if you're a teacher.
And Heidi, you get the last.